Hey, folks, I had to come on here first thing in the morning. I'm watching the news here. Unknown drones are not malicious. Somebody got actual footage of one, and this is what I'm going to say. I know I did a video yesterday, but I've got to follow up with this, folks. First thing is this. These drones are only being sighted at night. Okay. I don't know, man. Why are people just not thinking about this? They're not thinking deeply. Why are you only seeing these drones at night, folks? Think about that. Think about that. Why would our military put up drones in the middle of the day so that everybody can see okay, it's got that on the side and yeah, but does it have only at night? Makes it even more mysterious, makes it even more fanciful, far out. People, man, these folks don't even know how they're being manipulated. This is a distraction, folks. So the one that they just showed, they said that one popped up over and look, they got a guy with 4 stars on. Look at it. Come on. Mysterious drone sightings: Sussex, Norrisburg, Staten Island, Somerset, Philly, mostly in the Jersey area. Do you guys know how many military bases are up there? Do y'all actually have any idea? And do you actually know how many bases there are in the United States? Do you know how many bases there are out in California? They're talking about the C1 out in California. These people are playing y'all. They ain't playing me. They ain't playing a whole bunch of people out here. And the one that they got the video of at night, they said, well, it's a clearer video of one at night. Okay, so I'm looking. I'm always skeptical. I've got to be. I'm a science guy. So I look. So tell me this, folks. Tell me this. They're flying around with the actual beacons, the actual FAA beacons properly positioned on these aircraft. What do I mean by that? So you've got the beacon on the bottom, right dead center of whatever this thing is, blinking like it's supposed to, right? Like when you see an aircraft, you got the left wing and the right wing, right? The left side is showing red, which is port side. Right side is showing starboard side, which is green. That's for navigational reasons. It's not a Christmas tree. It's not a Christmas tree. It's for navigational reasons. So when another aircraft is coming and they see green, that they know that they're on the actual right side of the plane and there's no chance of collision. If they come up and they see red, then there's always that possibility. It's a navigation aid. It lets the other person know what side of that aircraft I'm actually on, so that me being the craft looking at the other craft with the lights, I know what I need to do to not have a collision with that aircraft. And that was this is what they're calling the clear video. Of course, that's clear. I mean, they're showing it right now. You can't see it on my TV. It's too far away. And of course, it's got the one little blinking clear beacon strobe, like you see on an aircraft. So why would things from another part of the galaxy, universe, come into our atmosphere and use our FA? Oh, so I'm sure I'm going to have people come in my comments. Let me answer that for you. No. Well, they're going to mimic what we do here. They're more intelligent. Let me end it with this, folks. Do I believe there's other life in the universe? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no question about it. There is no question about that for me. I come from the chemistry world. So when we're talking about life, yes, there's life. Now, is there intelligent life? Probably. But when you know the physics and the science and understand the distances, right, that a vehicle would have to travel to just get to our solar system, you would be blown away. Now, then people drop in my comments, well, what if they have technology that they can go through wormholes and black holes and come out the other side and you know, they do what do they do when they do the time travel? So this is what people will do. They say, you got this paper, right? This tissue. So on the left side is a spot, and on the right side, let's call it alpha, and then bravo on the right side. And then that person wants to get from alpha to bravo. So then you do this and you fold it. Now alpha and bravo are together and they go straight there. Is that possible? Of course it is. But is that what's going on here? No. It's not. They're playing us. Not playing me. They're playing the public. Breaking news. Some more drones have popped up in Europe. Do y'all know how many military forces there are on the planet? Different countries. They have drones. So Blumenthal, I like that dude, senator, he says shoot him down. That's what I say. If y'all, and that's how you're going to know. That's how you're going to know. If they don't start shooting these things down today, you know how instant, first of all, let me tell you how when the military, when I say we, I'm not down, I'm a veteran. But when we say, when aircraft scramble, when they get all the pilots and get off the ground, do you know that they can literally jump out of their bed, get suited up, get in the aircraft, and be airborne in less than 10 minutes for a scramble. So you think all this has been going on for weeks? And again, it's only happening at night. That adds to the mystery. Because if it was daylight, if one came flying by here, I would say, oh yeah, that's man-made, that's a drone. These are drones, but they're ours. Or they could be civilians. So that's what Blumenthal's saying, shoot them down. But it's not going to happen because civilians are not going to take that chance of putting some of these things they say are big as buses. They're not going to take a chance of flying their big bus-ass drone over a military base knowing that it's going to get shot down. They wouldn't do that. They would not do that. Think, y'all. Think. Now, everything I just said there, if I'm wrong, I'll come over here and say I'm wrong. I'm a man. I don't got nothing I'm not that dude. I don't have that kind of ego. Damn. Those things would... So next thing I would want to know is how did they get here without us knowing about it? That'd be my first question. How did they get into our airspace without us knowing about it? And we've got NORAD sitting out in the middle of the country in Colorado with all their sophisticated gear to track all of our airspace from top to bottom.